Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the lives, laughter, and untold stories of your favorite stars. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you won't miss out on more heartwarming stories, exclusive updates, and unforgettable moments that bring us all a little closer to the people we adore on screen. Now, today's story isn't about scripts, stage lights, or rehearsed lines. It's about the real Dylan, Wang and Shen Yue, unfiltered, unguarded, and utterly unforgettable. So, grab a comfy seat, maybe a tissue or two, and let's get right into the beautiful reality behind the magic. They charmed the world in Meteor Garden, sparked on-screen chemistry that was almost too good to be true, and left fans yearning for more. But what if I told you that some of the most heart-melting moments between Dylan, Wang and Shen Yue happened when the cameras stopped rolling? When there was no director shouting, action. Just two friends, laughing, supporting, teasing, and genuinely enjoying each other's company. This is the side of Dylan and Shen Yue the world rarely gets to see. Raw, spontaneous, and entirely unscripted. It all began with their roles as Dao Mingxi and Dong Shankai in the 2018 remake of Meteor Garden. While their characters often clashed in a whirlwind of romantic tension, behind the scenes something else was quietly blooming, a unique and heartwarming bond between Dylan and Shen Yue. Fans couldn't help but notice how effortlessly they interacted when not in character. Whether it was Dylan sneaking glances at Shen Yue during interviews or Shen Yue playfully teasing Dylan between takes, there was an unspoken warmth, one that no script could capture. Their off-camera moments were nothing short of magical. Take, for instance, the viral behind-the-scenes clip where Shen Yue loses her balance during filming and Dylan instinctively reaches out to steady her, his concern completely unprompted. It wasn't just about being co-stars. It was about genuinely caring for each other's well-being. Candid laughter and comfortable silences. One of the most beautiful things about Dylan and Shen Yue's dynamic is how natural it feels. You can tell they're comfortable with each other not just from the way they talk, but from the way they don't talk. In between interviews and shoots, you'll often catch them sitting quietly beside one another, not because they've run out of things to say, but because the silence between them is just as meaningful as their words. And when they do speak, oh, it's a joy to watch. Whether they're joking about a scene, laughing at a silly blooper, or just playfully bickering like old friends, it's always genuine. Fans have pointed out how Dylan's often serious demeanor softens around Shen Yue, and how her already bubbly personality shines even brighter when he's nearby. Perhaps what makes their unscripted bond so heartwarming is how it's built on small, consistent gestures. A shared umbrella during a rainy shoot, Dylan offering his coat when Shen Yue looked cold, Shen Yue waiting for Dylan after a long day of filming so they could walk back together. These aren't grand romantic gestures from a script. They're simple moments that speak volumes. In one fan-favorite moment, during a promotional event, Dylan noticed Shen Yue's heel was caught on the carpet. Without hesitation, he bent down to fix it for her, not caring about the crowd or cameras. That moment alone sent social media into a frenzy. It wasn't a scene. It wasn't a performance. It was pure, unscripted Dylan and Shen Yue, and it melted hearts around the globe. Their personalities complement each other in the most delightful way. Dylan, often seen as quiet and composed, shows a more protective and attentive side around Shen Yue. Shen Yue, full of energy and cheeky wit, brings out the lighter side of Dylan that fans rarely get to see elsewhere. Their mutual respect is also something to be admired. Even when joking around, there's a deep level of trust and comfort that's evident. Shen Yue never hesitates to call Dylan out playfully, and Dylan, for his part, takes it all in stride, often with a teasing comeback. But beneath the humor lies a shared understanding that only close friends, or perhaps something more, can truly share. Moments that felt too real to be acting. Let's not forget the countless scenes that felt a little too authentic. Many fans believe that certain moments in Meteor Garden, the longing stares, the soft smiles, the gentle touches, weren't always acting. Could it be that the lines between character and reality blurred at times? Even the cast and crew have commented on their undeniable chemistry. In interviews, some production members have hinted that the two often brought their own energy into the roles, improvising subtle gestures, or adding unscripted emotion to scenes. That level of authenticity doesn't come from just following the script. It comes from feeling the moment and perhaps feeling something a little deeper. While Dylan and Shen Yue have each gone on to pursue their individual careers, their bond remains unshaken. Every time they reunite for a project or a public appearance, the spark is still there. Fans always hold their breath, hoping for just a glimpse of that old magic, and they're never disappointed. In a recent interview, when asked about working with Shen Yue again, Dylan's face lit up in a way that didn't go unnoticed. "She's easy to work with," he said. "Very natural, very real." And Shen Yue, in her signature playful tone, chimed in with, "He pretends to be annoyed with me, but I know he secretly likes it." It's that kind of banter, that effortless back and forth, that keeps the love alive in fans' hearts. No matter how much time passes, it's clear that what Dylan and Shen Yue share is something special. Maybe it's friendship, maybe it's something deeper. But whatever it is, it's beautiful and completely unscripted. A bond that inspires. More than just being adorable together, Dylan and Shen Yue's off-camera moments teach us something valuable. In a world so focused on appearances and curated perfection, they remind us of the beauty of being real, of forming genuine connections, of laughing freely, supporting each other unconditionally, and cherishing the quiet, simple moments. They show us that sometimes the most touching love stories aren't the ones played out in front of a camera, but the ones that happen in between the takes. As fans, we may never know the full truth of what Dylan Wang and Shen Yue are to each other. And maybe that's okay. Maybe what makes their story so enchanting is the mystery, the authenticity, and the undeniable warmth they bring into each other's lives. One thing's for sure, their unscripted moments have given us more than just fan service. They've given us hope that in a world full of pretense, real connections still exist. And they're just as unstoppable as they are heart-melting. So, the next time you rewatch Meteor Garden or stumble upon a behind-the-scenes clip of them giggling like kids, remember, some of the best stories are the ones that are never written. Because they're lived. And Dylan and Shen Yue? They're living it beautifully.